Good morning. Okay, so what are we doing today or for the near future? I'm going to be walking the Shropshire Way, which is a way-marked path around the Shire. And it's about 200 mile in length, and there's a south part and a north part. And where I'm based, it's, I'll start on the south part. I've looked at this a few times and not decided to do it just because it's quite linear, and the logistics of dropping the car off, getting to point A to point B, and I've got some time, I've got weekends pretty much free, and if Shell's working I'll have nothing to do, so I thought I might as well do it and walk the Shropshire Way, but breaking it up into different stages and walking linear walks to a minimum. But today I've got to do a linear walk, which is there and back along the same path. It is what it is. But then moving forward, I'm going to do circular paths that incorporate the Shropshire Way, so I'll be doing a lot more than 200 miles, but hopefully by the end of it, when I'm 150 years old and completed it, I've done about 1,000 miles because of doing that. But it's exploring the county. It's a bit of fun. It's something to do instead of sat in front of the computer shooting bad people on the Division 2. I've got to stop playing that. I'm just addicted to it. So that's the plan today. So the stage one is from Shrewsbury town centre to past Rattling Hope Bridges, and that's about 15 mile. And the logistics of dropping the van off, not going to do that. So today I'm parked at Lith Hill Country Park in just outside Shrewsbury, and the plan is to walk from here into Shrewsbury town centre to the end of the Shropshire Way, and then walk back the same way. I mean, it's going to be a different perspective, so hopefully it'll be a bit different, but it's the same path. It's 5 mile each way, so 10 miles, so not massive amounts of mileage. And I'm in the town centre, so I'm going to look like a right flipping idiot with my pack on, traipsing through the centre of Shrewsbury. But that's the plan. I'm just looking at the hills over there. I think that's Caradoc, the highest one, and then the left is the Lawley, Church Stratton Way, and that's the Wrekin. So yeah, but it's a nice day. It's forecast storms this afternoon, so I've got my kit, waterproofs, dry clothes. I've taken all the shelter kit out. There's no point for shelters today. Not in the flipping town centre. But yeah, so let's get grooving. I'll see you on the trail. For this first part of the walk, there's quite a bit of residential walking, obviously going through to the town centre and through Lith Hill and not Bliss Hill. Yeah, I'll get it right in a minute. I just don't know what's up with my brain, just can't think. But we've just come from up there. Not that you can see much with the sun in your eyes, but the tax signs we'll be following, as well as GPS, is this. So yeah, in the distance you got Rodney's Pillar, and that's up by Welshpool, and I can't think of the little town. It's a beautiful day. You can tell the temperature's dropped. My fingertips are cold. I'm thinking about having a night out in the van tonight as well, so I'll find somewhere. I might drive down to my usual spot on top of the Long Min, because that's not far away, but I need to get some scran for later. I've got some lunch, but nothing for tea. Oh, this is awesome. Just loving it already. Hopefully I'll miss all the schools coming in and out. Beautiful burning. Walking through a working farm. I think this is Liff Hill Farm, I think. Yeah. Just been milked, ready to be milked. Don't know. There's a chopper. Oh, baby cow. I don't know if you can see it because of the exposure. Come on. That's better. Looking at me thinking, what are you doing? So as I said earlier, it's going to be quite walking through the estates as we get into Shrewsbury, and the name I couldn't think of was Bayston Hill, so that's just the start of that housing estate, and then we go through Bayston Hill into Shrewsbury town. I don't want to film too much because you'll just see it coming back. Just took a quick detour into the Spar shop to get something to drink for later. Looked like a right flipping idiot with a backpack on. Oh, hate walking in urban. Right. So we're still going through Bayston Hill. I think we're doing a left here. So now we're between Bayston Hill and Shrewsbury Centre. Shrewsbury in the distance. I think that's the A41 there. A bit of green before we get back into the built up areas. Looking forward to the more greener areas in the walk. I know I'm moaning a lot, I'm going to stop moaning. Stop moaning and get on with it. Oh dear. I decided not to go traipsing through the farmer's field of corn, of maize. Because that's where all sorts of horror films end. Well, I'm starting to wish I had now. Ow. I'm stung. After traipsing through all them stingers, getting stung to bits, I just found this path. Oh, what an idiot. That's better. Getting stung. Sweet corn for tea with more sweet corn. It's a nice quiet little brook. Whether this feeds on to the Severn, it might do actually, I'm guessing. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, it's nice. I was expecting it to be more built up, but it might be further on up. Tell you what, it's well tack sign, the Shropshire Way. I'll give it that. Just try not to get knocked over by a train. So we're in Mill Brace and we're going right over there. I know that sign back there said Shropshire Way start and end. Well, there's the boat up there. It goes up and down the Severn. Looks like they got something going on at the quarry. Don't know if it's a fair or a food festival or the flower festival. Oh, I don't know. We'll get the toll and then we'll go back. I'll tell you what, I won't go any further into the town centre because that was the official start and end, so that's the first bit done. I've got to walk back and do it all again. The joys of linear walks. But going back will be a different perspective and I'll see things that I didn't see on the way here, so happy days. So we're on the way back and a word from our sponsor. You alright, Chubbs?
Hi.
She's supposed to be working. But she's talking to me on WhatsApp. I'm going to post this on social media and tell your manager that you're dossing about at work. And it's a safeguarding risk. So yeah, Shell's at work today. She's on an early, and I think she's on an early tomorrow. So I won't see her till tomorrow afternoon. Hence me coming out and doing this little project to walk in the Shropshire Way. Right, put you away for a minute. So this is typical Friday afternoon traffic. Just up there is Dobby's roundabout and it's always a flipping nightmare. Could do a redesign in it really. There's all the traffic backed up all the way up there. Glad I'm not stuck in that today. Glorious. Should put my hat on. Can't believe it's that time of year already. Conkers. Crazy how the seasons are going so quick. Should have been a footballer. Remember years ago when I was at school, when it was conker season, the playgrounds would be littered, literally inch deep of conker carcasses and 10ers and 11ers and 12ers that have been blasted to pieces. Conker shells all over the playground. You'd have wounds in the palms of your hand where you push the screwdriver through the conker into your hand. There's no health and safety in them days. But yeah, you don't get that anymore, do you? You used to get flipping bruises on your legs where you whacked your mate's conker and you missed and you thwack your leg. That used to sting. I can still remember the pain now. Or you get your knuckles. That was a random conversation, wasn't it, about conkers? Reminiscing about the past.
I'm being brave. I'm cutting through the maize field. Just up nothing comes and drags me. Children of the corn. Drags me, never to see me again. Slightly different than the last time, than getting covered in stingers. Just found out, got some bad news, really bad news, and I'm really gutted. I just found out that my boots have come apart. I don't believe it. I'm gutted. Yeah, you can see there. Oh man. Police helicopter. Mind you, they've done a fair few mile. Oh, guess what's on my Christmas list? A new pair of walking boots. Chubs. Please. Oh man. I think I've got some Carrymore boots I can use in place of these. Oh, gutted. So just come back into Bayston Hill. I'll pick up some supplies from the spa. And then we'll drive on up to Longmynd and have a night out. Oh, you can see the rain in the distance. It was forecast rain, and there. So we might be alright. We might get away without getting the waterproof on. I thought I could hear squelching earlier, and I was like, what's that? So my feet aren't wet. The rain's coming in slowly. I might do it, I might not. Get back to the car without getting wet. So just thinking about my boots, just feel really gutted, but to be fair, the amount of miles they've done, can't grumble, can't complain. What I might do is contact Mendel and see if they do a boot repair service and see if I can repair them. But I know I'll wax them with their Mendel wax, but that's just on the leather, not on the lower part of the boot, so hopefully they can glue them back together at a fraction of the cost of a new pair of boots. We'll see. All we can do is ask. Hanging. I ain't done that far. 7.8 mile. It's nothing really, is it? It's not a lot of miles at all. Logistically, if I could have got the van 2 bridges, I could have done it all stage 1 in a 15 mile. But it's just the logistics of it. It is what it is. It is what it is. Shrewsbury. The car just round this next corner, but the weather today is stunning, absolutely amazing. I can see just through the trees there the trig point on top of the Wrekin, and that looks like that's having a bit of rain at the moment. Back at the van. See if I can drop down onto the 41. I think it's the 41. To the Longmynd for the park up for tonight. That's the plan. How many miles we've done? So 9 mile, 8.97 mile. Right, let's get the kit off and in the van. So that was all right. Not a bad walk. I was expecting it to be worse than what it was.
in the respect of, I just thought, oh, it's going to be yomping around housing estates, and as it was, the route did go through housing estates, but like through like little tracks that took you around the outskirts, and you was kind of mostly in the green. There was a few roads, but nothing massive, so I quite enjoyed that. So no, that's that, what, 5 mile, just under 5 mile of the Shropshire Way completed from the start to Lith Hill. So next time I come, I'd either park here and do a circular. I just got to plan it now. Just got to plan it. We'll see how it goes. Right, let's get grooving. See if we can find a way. Oh my word! Find a way to find our spot for the night. The pack was considerably heavier coming back from the spa than it was going. I got a drink for gin o'clock later. But yeah, it's nice to see Caradoc, the Lawley in the distance. It's warm. Be the spot for tonight. This is our view for tonight. Caradoc, the Lawley, the Wrekin, the van. I think there's a campsite in there. Why would I want to pay for a campsite in there when I can camp on here for free? I've never understood that logic. But there you go. Stunning. You can't see because of the exposure of the sun. Oh well. Absolutely stunning. Right, let's get the van set up, get the solar panel on the roof. It's better, isn't it? Get the van set up, get the solar panel on the roof, get some power running, and then get washed up. Quite sweaty. Change my clothes and chill. That's the plan. Getting a brew on. I boiled up some eggs yesterday for my lunch, so I'll have 2 hard boiled eggs for my dinner, but I'm all washed up and changed, so it's quite nice just to chill out. It's what time is it? It's 1:45, so it's a nice time. Happy days. Might get some well, I've got Wi-Fi up here, so I can I'm going to use my 4K films. I can put on Netflix or Amazon Prime. There are other streaming apps out there. Right, I'm going to get a brew and see you later, maybe. The van had its MOT a few weeks ago and it passed. I think there was a minor on the front discs, and I knew there was something up with the front discs because they were squealing. They squeal now and again when they get hot, like on previous videos when I was going through Wales, but once they cool down they're right again, so I've got to get some new discs. It's only what's it called, it's only been picked up. It's not, you didn't fail anything, you know, they're safe. But what I'm saying is that all this kit got stripped out. We just, for every year I put the van in for an MOT, I strip everything out, charge everything up, clean everything, especially the van inside and out. The boot kit, this just gets folded up and put in the boot and left in the boot. That doesn't come out at all. And then we put the seats back up and put the headrests back on. But yeah, it's a good opportunity to give the van a good gutting out. The only thing that's left in is the Anderson clip for the battery. So the battery and the electrics live under here. And I don't think I've ever shown my battery setup. So I've got a breaker off the vehicle battery, and then the lead from the breaker to my DC to DC charger, and then the DC to DC charger is hooked up to my 12 volt AGM battery. I think it's 120 amp hour. I did look at lithium, but I think lithium doesn't do too well in cold temperatures, so I don't mind forking out, what is it, 100 quid every, I don't know. Well, I'm on the second battery and I've had the van, what, 4 years ish. So I don't mind forking out for cheap AGM batteries. AGM's absorbed glass matte, so it's not liquid battery acid floating about in it. It's all absorbed. No, it's gel, isn't it? Absorbed gel. I don't know what it stands for. Google it. And I've also got the MPPT solar charger on there. So I've got the panel on the roof, and that's the cables running from the panel into the battery. So that's my electric setup. So yeah, so when it's an MOT time, all I do is unclip the Anderson clip, and that's all that's left in the van. The battery comes out, all the electrics board, the fuses. I've run 2 cables to either side of the van, so I've got 12 volt cable there and 12 volt cable there that run off the leisure battery, so I can have electricity when the van's switched off. It's totally independent from the van. I'm not going to hardwire it in. I'm not going to drill holes in the roof for the solar panel cables to come down. I don't see the point. And I'm very happy. Well, me and Chubbs are very happy with the setup as it is. It's just a bit of a game, get everything stripped out when it comes to MOT time once a year. But it's not a problem because it's a good excuse to get everything cleaned out, washed down, charged up. But yeah, so that's that. On a day like today, we're getting 46 watts. 46 watts of solar charge. It's interesting when you go to campsites because you can pick up everybody else's Victron devices on your Bluetooth. They're password protected, so they you know, you can't get to see or take over charge of other people's Victron products. Just looking at the Wrekin over there, just swamped in rain. So nice up here. I come up here regularly, but I don't film it. I just don't see the point, because when I come out for an overnighter, I just want to be just chilling and not doing anything else. Because I've done a walk and we're doing the Shropshire Way. So yeah, it's alright. I'll stop waffling and catch you later. Good morning. I didn't bother filming anymore last night. I had something to eat and then watched a few films and just chilled out. But it's 20 to 8 in the morning and it's a stunning morning. I know pointing you into the sun isn't going to be the best thing, but look at that. Quiet night, as it always is up here. So yeah, so that's a bit of the Shropshire Way under my belt, and it's to many more years of getting the rest of the 200 miles done. Yeah, it's a project, it's a laugh, it gets me out, and yeah, so until the next time, and remember,